count money, man. Stack riches. Try and told him I'm a beast, bud.
What's up, gang? Welcome to the G.R.I.N.D. Simon Arias here. Get ready, it's a new day. What's up, gang? Welcome to another episode of the G.R.I.N.D. Get ready, it's a new day. And today, I think they said they wanted to call the title of this "Picking My Brain," and I'm supposed to just direct it over to Perm. And Perm, I guess I'm nervous because I did not look at these questions.
It's okay. It's gonna be all right.
I don't know what you're getting ready to ask me right now. I have Giovanni saying, "Don't worry, it's gonna be fine." We went over the questions. Good. It's fine. Okay. So I'm nervous of what you guys are gonna ask me. But so Perm, go ahead, big dog.
You're nervous and excited at the same time. It's okay, Simon. Simple questions. This segment right here is called Picking Your Brain. Right. First question is, what's something that a lot of people do not know about you?
Something a lot of people don't know about me. Yep. Huh. You know, I think that the funny, you know, the thing on top of my head that makes me laugh, that's funny, but I'm completely comfortable in my skin, keeping it 100, is my wife is more handy with things. Like her dad, his name is Fred, my father-in-law, great dude.
Love
he
Fred.
is super handy with things. He he could build a house by himself. You know what I mean? He's just a beast. And me, that never was my thing. So he went ahead and taught her a lot of stuff. She was hanging around him a lot. And so she's great and real handy. You know what I mean? So I think that's something a lot of people probably wouldn't know about me, is that if it was up to me or my wife and our life depended on it and we had to build something, I probably would let her take the lead.
House to be wouldn't build.
Yeah, she'd have to tell me what to do. Yeah, she's a beast. So that's probably something that nobody knows about me, I think.
All right. Who motivates people that you motivate people daily? Who are some of the motivational speakers that motivate you?
You know, I think I listen to John Maxwell a lot, and he wouldn't be known as a motivational speaker per se, but he has some fire in there. If you really listen to the wisdom, you know, that comes out of his mouth, the things that he says, and the amount of success that he's had, you'll find fire in there and motivation in there, even if he's not your prototypical motivational speaker. Les Brown is somebody that I've looked to for motivation. I've learned a lot from. T.D. Jakes, Pastor T.D. Jakes is a beast. Yes. You know, every one of his messages to me could be a grind message. Yep. You know what I mean? So I've gotten a lot from him. Stephen Furtick, all of that. You know, and I think just hanging around other people that inspire you because of how good they are at what they do. Yep. Those things inspire me from you know, being around pastors or being around people that are they're where I hope that I am in my life as a dad, as a husband. Oh. You know, they set the bar up there. Then I got friends of mine that, you know, they're fighters, and their workout schedule, their training schedule, their commitment, their level of intensity that's applied to the process. You know, being around people that are in the pursuit of being the best version of themselves that they could be, whether it's in our business or out of our business, just hanging around people that are not directly on the same mission, but they're on a mission. Boom. Keeps me, you know, around the right spirit of staying hungry.
What's the first thing you do when you wake up?
Well, depends on how much water I drank before I went to bed. But if we skip that, I usually go into, I take a probiotic. Mm-hmm. So what does that do? What does that do for you? It's for your gut health. Okay. So a lot of your overall health starts in your gut, and if that's not healthy, then it causes other problems. So it's supposed to aid in that stuff. So I usually do that. I drink 16 ounces of water minimum, and then I'll go in my office and I will sit down and read TGIF. Which is Today God is First. I'll read a chapter of Proverbs. I'll pray. And then I'll move on to a book. And I'll probably read about 30 minutes of a book, highlighting things, underlining things that I could use to serve my people better, to become a better leader to them. Yeah. And then I'll go into a workout, whether it's me working out in my basement, riding a bike, and doing some Coach Chronic stuff at the crib.
Like that. Or
hitting the office, mats where I'm either boxing or doing jiu-jitsu or wrestling. Then I'll shower and head into the office if I'm not already at the office. If I'm heading into the office, I listen to Bluetooth, something motivational or books, audio books, podcasts, stuff like that. Okay. If I'm already here, I'll typically give myself an additional 30 minutes after I'm done working out and everything to get more books or audio books in before my day starts. And I usually hit up my mom in the morning. Usually sometimes it's only 10 minutes, 5 minutes, whatever. We huddle up real quick and I check in on my mom, seeing how she's doing. That might be the only time I talk to her all day, because once the day gets going, it's over with. By the time I get home, I'm trying to spend all my time with the kids and Nat and stuff like that. And so it's like, sometimes it's hard to even get the time with her as much as I would like. So that morning touch call is usually what we do. That's the morning routine, mind, body, spirit, in the morning, and all the essentials from using the bathroom to brushing your teeth that you would think.
What time do you get up? Routine. Like, what's the time?
5:30 is the latest typically. Okay. I'm human. I don't ever want to be something that I'm not. I want to be what my own wife and what my family and everybody would vouch for. I would say 90% of the time I'm up before 5:30 a.m.
For sure.
I would say
that's for that
90 or I'd probably say 80% of the time or 3/4 of the time I'm up at 5 o'clock. And there is a 10% of the time where 5:30 goes off and I'll hit the snooze button a couple of times, and then it ends up being, a couple minutes to 6, you know what I mean? And then I feel like I'm
on the rush.
What am I doing? You know what I mean? You're lacking some discipline today. What happened? You know what I mean? Did you not get enough rest the last couple days? Did you eat something you weren't supposed to eat? Why did you not sleep well? Because it's normally not that way. But there is those days, you know what I mean? And then I try to sleep in when I can on the weekends once in a while. Like maybe once every week or every 2 weeks, I'll try to get a Saturday or Sunday where I don't set my alarm clock and just wake up.
Let it go.
And sometimes I could squeeze out like sleep until 8 on those days.
So you let it go to 8 on Saturdays, maybe once in a great while.
When I can.
Ain't nothing wrong with that.
Yep.
So you're big on goals. Name one of your goals for 2021.
My biggest goal, other than being better for my wife and my kids, and I'm going to try to get better in every aspect of life that doesn't have anything to do with business. But my big goal probably for 2021 would be to double the organization. So we've been set on trying to double in 2021 what we did in 2019. So that whole year we said whatever we do now we're gonna give ourselves 12 months, and then we want to double it. Everything that it took to happen in 12 years, all the success, let's just go 12 months to train and develop for this, and let's try to double down and double this. So that doubling represents more than just a number, more than just income. Right. It means helping more people. That means more people's dreams are going to be realized because that number, and I think we have that many talented people here, and we have people that I really want to see it happen for because I care about them and they're putting in the work, that I feel like I need to set the vision higher and step up so they can realize their goals and dreams faster than maybe they even expected. You know what I mean? And they get everything out of this that they want. So, I want to double the organization and business is our biggest, goal next year from a business standpoint.
Sounds good. Let's see, we got one here. Hot or cold, and why?
You're so funny. Well, I'd probably have to go with hot because, probably the first thing that came to my mind was weather, and I would rather be in the hot than in the cold.
Thing. Yeah. I said the same thing, man.
For real?
Yeah. ChickfilA or Chipotle?
You're so funny. Probably surprisingly, I'm going to go with the underdog Chipotle.
Oh, I thought you was going to go for Chick-fil-A, dog. I had it on Chick-fil-A.
You silly dog.
Tupac or Biggie? And why?
Ooh. Pac.
Why?
I think Pac was not only educated and talked about things that a lot of other people never even started to talk about,
right.
In the world. I think his passion, sometimes he would spit and it was like coming from a deep place, coming from almost maybe angry. You know what I mean? Yeah. This is the guy that you would like Pac, you would want to walk you into the ring. You know what I'm saying? Type stuff.
You know what I mean?
And Biggie, I would want to play at the club. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And more of my life I've spent on the chase, on the grind, on the chip on my shoulder, whether it was sports or being small or attacking the business or being an underdog, whatever it was, I was always like, yeah, Pac, let's get it. Let's do this.
Yeah.
Let's go attack this.
Yeah. So, favorite drink and why?
Alcoholic beverage or my favorite drink.
Favorite drink, period.
Okay. Water. I would have to say.
I knew you were going to say water,
dog.
Too.
You know what I mean? I try to drink a gallon of water a day, and it has the best benefits for you, and it's my favorite drink.
Your favorite pair of shoes of all time?
All time.
Yeah, your favorite pair of shoes of all time.
All time. I think my favorite pair of shoes of all.
What type of shoes you like, dog?
I'd have to say Jordans.
Oh,
a couple, some of the throwback Jordans, because I love being comfortable now when I can.
Yeah.
I like the Louboutins.
Yeah.
Too, the dress. To get up and throw on with a suit or a pair of jeans, and so I like all the other. Some of these they got some nice shoes out there, dress up wise.
Yeah.
But I probably would prefer. I don't mind getting in a suit, but I prefer to. Most of the time be able to dress down if I could.
Right.
If it's not over the top,
right.
Under being not professional. You know what I mean? But I try my best to let our people, be in a relaxed mode sometimes, unless they need to be.
Yeah.
Super professional. They all know how to do it when they need to do it, when to put a suit on, when to put a tux on, you know what I mean? All that stuff. So I probably, if I rule out those shoes, because what I would like to wear the most probably comfortable shoes, I'd say J's. A pair of old school J's.
All day J's.
Yeah, the patent leathers.
I love that. Bentley or Rolls Royce? Which one would you rather?
Well, I would say Rolls Royce right now, because that's the next car that I want to add, to the deal. But we're in the process of building a house right now, and I wanted to make sure we got enough space, garages. I don't want to leave that thing or other cars out in the driveway. So, we're working on that, and we got some bigger things to accomplish in business, and I just want to make sure we're giving enough, tithing enough, giving enough to others, serving enough others, helping our people accomplish their goals and dreams. So when I do get it, I know for sure it's not. It's like a lot of other people have won, and I've taken care of things that I need to take care of before I look out for myself, and we need the space to add, because we already got a few cars as it is.
For sure.
But the Rolls I would go with over the current Bentley.
What color inside? Just got to ask.
I got the black Bentley right now with the white guts.
Ooh.
White. I would go Rolls Royce, white guts, white exterior. All white everything, maybe even white rims with some red piped out red or some stitching in there, old school, just to give me a little touch of Youngstown, just to make me think of home a little bit.
Like that. What's your favorite thing to cook?
Oatmeal. Oatmeal, dog. I don't be cooking much of nothing. That's the one thing I picked up during the pandemic. You know what I mean? That was probably like, what is he doing? I got for a while I didn't know what to do. I was tripping out because there was so much going on, change, and I'm like, I'm gonna start cooking. So I started cooking, making stuff, and getting recipes. People, they liked it, but on a daily basis, I'm doing the oatmeal. It's the easiest, and it's like that. My favorite thing to cook is oatmeal.
What's the worst job ever that you ever had?
The worst job?
Have you ever had? Yes, the worst job that you've ever had.
I've ever had.
Yeah.
I didn't have a ton of jobs growing up. So I'm thinking like, didn't have that one very long. You know what I mean? I had you know, Marcus has this whole story on, you know, I worked, you know, 100 different jobs before. I'm thinking like,
me,
I didn't, you know, because, you know, I was trying to, you know, I wanted to pursue being an entrepreneur before I even should have.
Right.
You know, it was an entrepreneurial spirit, I guess you can call it. So, you know, but I think I remember washing floors. I had a push thing, but I'm grateful for it, you know, because it was, I was able to stay out of trouble a little bit and earn some cash. And then who knows what I ended up doing with the cash, but you know what I mean? But we were pushing things that wash the floor at night, late at nights. Like 12 o'clock, 1 o'clock in the morning.
Waxing them, kind of like waxing, like you were waxing.
All of that. I did that for a while. Not long, a couple months. But that probably off the top of my head was the first job I could think of.
If you were stuck on an island for a year and only you could listen to 2 albums, what would they be?
Music-wise?
Yes, 2 albums.
I'm stuck on an island.
Stuck on an island. If you were stuck on an island for a year and only...
Am I by myself or am I with my family?
You're by yourself. Only you. If you were stuck on an island.
It's just me. It's nothing, you know, I'm not going to listen to Jodeci by myself. Okay, but I was thinking if Nat was there and it's just me and you on the island.
Maybe.
You know, maybe we bring back some Jodeci. But, okay, so you're saying just me.
Just you, stuck on an island for a whole year. You're going to listen to 2 albums.
2 albums.
Which ones would they be?
Well,
and why?
I think just to keep my mental about me, I would try to find a Christian album of music that would keep my mental right. If I was trapped on an island, I would need to get my spirit and my mental right. If this wasn't like a purpose, you know, like a vacation on purpose, and I'm stuck there, I'm using that, you know, to grow my spirit. And then probably Pac, probably some Pac.
Pac,
you know,
right?
Pac and a Christian album, dog.
That's it.
On the island, brother.
Yeah,
That's
in the island for 1 year. That's all we doing. Pac. Which one?
That's me.
Okay.
Oh, which one? Which one?
Yeah.
All Eyes on Me.
Boom. Because that's a 2 double.
Yes.
You lucky.
Get 2 of them.
You
2
got
for
2.
1.
That's a good
Whoop,
one.
Yep.
Got a double. That's a good one.
I thought I was the man when I got that. I played over and over and over and over again.
That black and
you know what else I can remember playing over and over again? Snoop Dogg.
First one?
When it first came out.
Like the first one?
And I tried to learn every word. And I did. And I know I did because we just was listening to it and I'm thinking I could probably go about 80% right now.
Yeah.
Even after not listening to it for a while. It was like too many reps. Reps of like let's just listen to this all day, every day for about a month until we figure this out. You know what I'm saying?
Same song. Yeah. Same song. If you could remake a movie, what would it be?
If I could remake a movie.
If you can remake a movie.
What do you mean remake a movie?
Just remake any movie, like a movie that you've probably seen in your lifetime that you've liked and watched. If you could remake a movie.
If I could be in it or
you know what?
Or recreate it in my own life?
Yeah,
or
you know what? Let's say you can remake a movie.
Put you in the movie?
And what character would you be? If you can make a movie, a remake, like what's one of the movies that you like when you were young? I mean, I don't know, any movie that you even watch.
A lot of the videos, the movies that I like when I was young are not good. You know what I'm saying? Like the first thing, like you're thinking, what movies did you like? Like when I was young, I liked Above the Rim.
Yeah,
I like Menace to Society.
I still like that movie.
I like Boys in the Hood.
I like that movie.
You know, all types of things. You know, Poetic Justice. I mean, I could just keep going.
I like Titanic, bro.
All that. Like I never watched it.
You never watched Titanic?
Never ever watched it. I stopped. I don't watch really no movies. No movies now.
Yeah.
I mean, Scarface.
You had to watch.
You know all that stuff. Like for some reason, I always I drew towards gangster movies, Scarface or mob movies or this or that a lot. So I wouldn't want to remake that at all. You know, I'm lucky to make it out of what I was even getting myself into at 17, 18, 19, 20. I don't want another shot at that again. No, so I wouldn't recreate
what was already been done.
My favorite movies or anything like that. But what I would think would be sweet is one day, you know, finding a way, even if nobody would come to see it, even if it was just like, you know, people that know us is the only ones that watch it on earth, nobody else.
Yeah.
I feel like just replaying that whole scene of our upbringing and all of that to right now.
Yeah.
So people can really get it and see it and feel it because it's hard to explain.
For sure.
And even if nobody else cares about watching it, but the crew that people that we grew up with that haven't seen us in a while, they're like, what?
Right,
that? And like, yep, I saw that, feel that.
Right,
that's right.
right.
Then
I've seen that.
That would be fun, to do with you guys, I think.
If you had a superpower, what would it be? If you had a power that only you've had or you have, what would it be?
That I could pick?
Yeah, you can pick any power in the world. If you had one power that you can pick, what power would it be?
Oh, man. Maybe to fly. Maybe to fly. Like Superman, dog.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I get stuck in this traffic.
Oh, you hate
and
traffic
I'm like,
too, bro.
I just want to get up over these cars and go right now.
Yeah.
Get over there right now.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I want to go.
I love a convertible.
Yeah.
So the convertible, I love it, but if you could fly, I could imagine that could be a whole nother level. Quicker trips. You know what I mean? I don't know if I'd be able to fit you on my back, so we would have to get you to fly.
I'd have to fly
because I can't go without you. We got to roll.
Right.
So we would have to. I guess my superpower would be to let you be able to fly. So when we travel, you save money on. We don't need to fly no private jets or go first class. I just jump on your back.
I'm taking you every.
Yeah. Come on.
I drive now, so we
there. It
right?
is.
There you go. What's your favorite team, man?
The Cleveland Browns. The Cleveland Browns, man. I mean, what does that say? You know what I mean about me? I try to stay loyal. I try to stay down with a team. And I started out young. My grandfather liked the Browns, put me in a bunch of Browns gear. We would watch Browns games, and that was my dog. He was the one that did everything with me. Really the only male at that time that was doing a lot of things with me. He acted like he was my dad. That was it. So I followed that. And over life, it would just teach me how to be more loyal. Because to hang on and be a Cleveland Browns fan,
you right about that,
has been one of the most difficult things in my life.
I like the colors though, but
I would say the Cleveland Browns. Yeah. That's my favorite team.
Let's see here: weekends or weekdays? Would you prefer
weekdays?
Why?
Because I love investing into other people. I love working because it's not work. It's helping other people create the life that they want to create, and me being able to help them and coach them. So when the weekends happen, it's not, I don't get to do what I love as much. Right. You know what I mean? Per se. But what's cool about it is I don't have, to go into the office or distractions a lot in the morning. So I end up spending more time with the family. So that's the positive, about the weekend is I catch up.
Yeah.
And anything missed. Through the week.
Like cooking that oatmeal.
But I could do both on Monday through Friday, get some time in with the family and spend a lot of time working with people at the office and stuff. So I would say weekday.
Weekday. Would you rather be an all-star baseball player or an all-star basketball player if you had the chance to be?
As much as I loved basketball, and I was good at basketball, nobody believes me probably unless you've seen it. If you were with me when I was younger, you would feel me.
No,
it's hard to believe. I don't know what I would do. It's been a long time, but I still got a shot. You know what I mean? But I would probably say baseball is more realistic for me because I was good at baseball and I'm Venezuelan, so supposed to be in your blood. Playing baseball, I was good at baseball. Baseball got the killer contracts. In baseball, they got great contracts. It's all guaranteed, I believe. Yeah. You ain't getting toe up. You know what I mean? Too bad. So I think baseball is the most realistic, but I think I'm probably more of a basketball. If I could pick one, that would be not as realistic because I'm 5'7". So how good I would need to be to play. I mean, somebody would really have needed to bless me with a special gift for the game of basketball to play at that level, that size. That's a whole different game, being 5'7" and 6'7". But I think that vibe is more me. Electric, at the buzzer, type deal, more of a lot of the people that I came up with, they like basketball more than they like baseball. So it's like part of my upbringing and culture. You know what I mean? It was more so let's go outside and hoop versus let's go outside and play baseball.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's just not wasn't really what I was doing coming up. You know what I mean? So I would say if I could choose, I'd be hoops.
I knew it.
LBJ.
In the crowd or out of crowd?
Out of crowd. I don't like crowds.
No.
I don't like crowds. I don't like to follow. I don't like to be around a lot of crowds at all. I just it took me years to get out of the sense of paranoia, I would say, of being in clubs or in crowds, because I had so many moments coming up as a kid where all of a sudden we're in a crowd and we're fighting with 30, 40 of us in the middle of the street. Always something popping off, or somebody got shot outside of the club on the south side. Like, got to leave the club with a like, who's watching me, who's coming up, is somebody running up on me, you know what I mean? All of that stuff. So it's like, man, I had this real tenseness about me when I was going out, you know what I mean? And I was young, because it's like other people are having fun and I'm there like on guard for no reason. And I couldn't get it out of me, you know what I mean? So it's like, so I didn't want to be at the club. And then later on, I would loosen up in life now. And it's like, all right, I feel more comfortable. I don't want to do it. I don't like doing it. But if we do it with the team or whatever once in a while, I feel way more like, it's all right, dog. You know what I mean? There's no, we ain't going to war today. We don't need to, you ain't beefing with nobody. You know what I mean? We're just going to go have fun and show people a good time and try to get up out of here by 12, 1 o'clock. You know, but I'd rather be out of crowd than in a crowd.
Smoothie King or Starbucks?
Perm, that's a tough one, dog.
Smoothie King or Starbucks, buddy? That's a rough one. That's a little rough one, because they're both delicious.
Man, I probably got to give a slight edge to Starbucks. Slight edge.
Yeah, I was gonna.
Not a lot. If they start slipping, you know, their service is impeccable. You know, one time they gave me free. You know what I mean? They just gave it to me for free. It's, you know, it's all their service up here is impeccable. If they slip one time, I would have gave it to Smoothie King. But Smoothie King sometimes is their crowd. You know, their line is a little slow. You know, making the shakes. I think they could polish it up a little bit more. I like Smoothie Kings though. It's healthy for you. But we probably make more stops at Starbucks.
Steaks or fish?
Fish.
All day. I knew it. I knew the fish was in. Why?
It's supposed to be healthier for you. You know, I like a steak. I treat myself to a steak, but I know there's been some evidence of too much red meat's no bueno. No bueno for you. So just I use that as like a treat when I'm eating some steak. It's like, yeah, man, I've been waiting for this.
Had a last but not least one, but you kind of answered it, but we'll just say it again. In before 9 or out till 2?
In before 9. I'm in bed right now.
I mean, you kind of answered that, but you can say some more on that. I mean, like, why are you in at 9?
I'm in at 9.
Why do you feel like you got to be in at 9, or is it better to be in at 9?
I think I want to be in at 9 because I need to get up at 5 or 5:30. And the reason why I got to get up that early is there's no way for me to get all my duties fulfilled touching my mind, my body, and my spirit first, because I got to take care of other people. I got to serve other people. There's a lot of stress that's going to come my way if I don't put on my armor first. And it's like you got to get a sweat going in life before you jump out there on the field. Because when I get on the field, there's bullets flying. Boom, 9 o'clock is
gone,
over with. So the whole day is just fast. You know what I mean? There's so much stuff going on. And I want to get home in time, and I want to spend time with the kids. And, you know, after work, I don't want to go to the gym because then I'm taking time away from them. You know what I mean? After work, I don't want to be reading books, audio, feeding myself, because then I'm taking time away from them. You know, as much as I can, I'm trying not to work out, not all those things, because when I do get home, because I work a lot, when I do get home, I'm trying my best to stay engaged, you know, with the family, make it, you know what I mean, do something there. And I think getting up early allows me to do that with less stress, and leaving or being in bed, you know, early is less stress and more health. And you know, when it comes to club wise, you know, it's that whole, like when you're young and in your 20s and stuff, and it's like that whole thing you hear of nothing good after midnight, you know, type deal. When you start really looking back on life, the major things that have happened to people, or you know what I mean, even now when I get some news about something that happened with some of these young cats, I'm like, what time was it? You know, it's usually
11:30, 12, or 2,
3 o'clock, 2 o'clock.
What happened?
You know what I mean?
Why was you
late
out
at
there?
night.
Like, you know, nothing good happens after dark.
So as best you can, and And what I'll try to do is the couple times a year, it's not often, we do a contest, we go to club. At the end of the year, we go out with the team. And, I think there is some form of camaraderie that I like to be in the mix with my people if I'm going to do it at all, and they like it. So if we pop in there, I try my best to be gone before the club closes. There's no waiting till the club closes. 2 o'clock, club closes, that's when there's problems. 1:45, getting late, that's when there's problems. So 1 o'clock, you know what I mean? I'm trying to skate out of there. We had a good time. I touched everybody. We had a blast, boom, and I'm out of there. So that's my deal on 9 and 2.
Well, that's good. Well, we're going to get this wrapped up. This is a great segment here with me and Simon, picking Simon's brain. It's called, we always say, Simon says, let's get ready. It's a new day.
It's a new day.
Money, man. Stack riches. Trying told him I'm a beast, bud.